All right. Welcome in, welcome in. Kind of a last minute stream setup here today. Fortunately, did not have time to schedule this how I normally go live, so we're building the plane while we're flying it tonight. That's all right. That's all right. Kind of excited. I saw that the new Age of Wonders 4 DLC had come out. Kind of took me by surprise. It's a game I've followed some in the past. I've never really gotten too into it. I've played relatively casually, but just saw the DLC came out and was like, hey, you know what? I want to check that out. I know kind of the vague details of it, but I have not played through much. I went in, I just checked out some of the new options. They look pretty cool. Checked out one or two creators' videos just quick to make sure I wasn't missing something plainly obvious, and decided we'd go ahead and check this out for, I don't know, a little over an hour or so tonight. We'll see. Not planning on finishing a whole game or anything, but yeah, just check it out and see if we have fun on it. Let me get my chat set up how I normally like to have it. That popped out so I can see what we're doing. If you're watching this after the fact, I will have a timestamp for you when things get going here. Welcome in, bruh. Good to see somebody made it here. Yeah, this was kind of a last-second thing. I was not planning on it, but wanted to do something a little different. I need a little bit of a break. It's kind of getting stuck in the rut, as it were. Wanted to do something different tonight. Sound coming through okay for you? That'd be super helpful if I could get my standard sound check. All right, well, I'm not expecting too many people in tonight since this was kind of last second, not my normal stream time, but maybe people will enjoy the VOD later on. So checking out Age of Wonders 4, checking out the new Primal Fury DLC. Just going to set up, I made a, well, here, we'll just go straight into it. Set up a custom realm for us, the Waste of Caliste. And just to show this off here, I think I'm going to make it a little smaller since we're not even going to try to finish. So the Wastes of Caliste are a single landmass that is Pangea, and this is a desolated realm. In the past, during the God Year Wars, it was basically completely wrecked, and all that's left is a desert realm. It is not very hospitable to life, and what seas are out there are super hostile, so no one's been able to leave. No one knows what the rest of the world is like. We have a Wondrous Pass, so we're going to have extra ancient wonders on the map. What few remaining people are struggling to eke out an existence are distrusting, so they have trouble with diplomacy with us. And it's a ruined realm, so there aren't very many of them left. And I think we're going to bump it up to large. That just gives us some more space between us and where the other AIs are going to spawn in.
Your journey
and I've already customized a race. These are not play tested or anything. This is just kind of checking out something that looked cool. So we will just go through the edit thing just so I can kind of show off what I did with them. So pick the lizardmen as their form. And we went with poisonous, so anything that attacks us in melee has a chance to become poisoned, and we are immune to poison and have some blight resist. And we have a hideous stench. I don't imagine this like an actual smell. I think this is like our souls are ancient and bitter, and just being near us affects you spiritually. We are ancient lizard brain creatures that are bitter that our once proud empire was destroyed, and hoping to reform the world in our image so that we can take it over again. Welcome. Thanks for coming in, bro. That was super helpful for the sound check, if nothing else. We are using the new Primal culture, and we are going to follow the Mire Crocodile. So the Primal culture gives us structures with extra food income, and there's going to be like a terrain feature that's an altar that will let us build a temple that changes things to our favorite terrain. And we're going to worship the Mire Crocodile, which means our favorite terrain will be swamps, because we are crocodile people. And we get extra food from those swamps. We get the Primal Crocodile summons. We're immune to disease. We have Swamp Walk, and we have the Mire Crocodile's boon, which once we do some attacks or other ways to build up our stacks, we gain extra blight damage and we can inflict diseased. And disease can spread around and it lowers everyone's resistance. So should be pretty good. Hopefully we're going to go with like lots of poison and stuff like that. Kind of be our swampy theme that we're going with.
What defines
For our society traits, we are artifact hoarders and wonder architects. So we used to be the rulers of this realm before the war, and we want to reclaim what is ours. All the vultures that have come and stolen from us, we want it all back. For our starting tome, we're going with the Tome of Roots. This gives us Blight Blades, which allow us to do extra damage to poison things. We have blight damage. We have the same for our arrows. We have a chance of inflicting poison with our arrows. I think we start with a heal spell from Primal, so if we get Healing Roots as our starting spell, it's not going to be that great, but that's okay. It's still extra healing.
What is your ruler's
We are...
Reveal yourself.
Sobek. So we're a dragon, kind of the progenitor of this crocodile race. They're kind of like... their form has degenerated down from our once proud heritage, down to just these crocodile people. And we'll see if we... maybe we'll go dragon form. Maybe we'll go with the new Naga form. Either one would look pretty cool with these guys, I think. So I'm going to check that out. And here you can see, Sobek is a he, is the father of the sons of Sobek, and his title is the Watcher. He just likes to lay in those swamp waters and wait for prey to come close. We'll just make that quick save and let that realm load in. Mr. Devling, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I tried to make him a crocodile, but you can't get rid of the wings completely. So, yeah, he's, he's a small one. But, good things come in small packages. Like, lots of teeth. Alright, so this is just summarizing what we kind of already went over. I am in no means an expert at this game. I have played it very casually in the past, and I have not been playing it recently. I've been focusing on other games, and specifically on Dominion 6. If you look at the channel, that's the content you'll mostly see. So if you have a tip or if I'm missing something plainly obvious to you, feel free to yell it out at me. I feel like I'm relatively competent. We probably won't crash and burn, but if you're looking for pro strats, I'm sorry, you're not going to find any here. Yeah, it's like with little dogs, they're always the loudest and most, aggressive sounding. That's Sobek here. That's Sobek here. So... we should see, lots of desert. We set this up as a desert realm. There's big storms out on the ocean, so no one can escape our island that's dying. It looks like we did start with plains, a little bit of forest, so not fully desert. And although it said we started with our favorite terrain, looks like we actually got forest instead of swamp, so I'm not quite sure why that was the case, but that's fine, doesn't hurt us particularly. And once we have captured our den here, we should be able to start terraforming the terrain, if I understand it correctly. So we will be checking that out. And we've got our... can't really see them here. Crocodile riding scouts, which I thought were pretty dang cool. What do we have for first fight? Windrazers. That's not the easiest thing ever, but we have a dragon, so I'm not particularly worried about it. We'll go ahead and we'll initiate this with our scout. That'll just make it leave a little extra movement for our dragon army. And we're going to manual. I quite like the combat in this game, at least in the early game. Late game, when you start reinforcing up to multiple armies, I tend to find it kind of bogs down. But especially in the early game, I really like their combat system. So I will probably play a lot more fights than we really need to, but it's all good. Just checking it out and having fun tonight. We're not trying to finish a whole game like we normally do on stream or anything, so. Alright, sure we're just staying out of range there. Let's check our spells here. So we have a healing spell that gives stacks of Rising Fury. When we get to 5 Rising Fury, that's when like our special abilities kick off. So we kind of want to time that on somebody that will get some use out of it. And I believe on our protectors, yeah, they can spend their Primal Fury for a heal and inner defense move. Okay, so relatively defensive tier 1 unit. That's not bad. Alright. Like to not let them just walk up to us and punch us though, so we're going to kind of hang back for this first turn. Just position ourselves up. We also don't have any of the special breath weapons unlocked either, so just going to have to try to lure them into range. Alright, man, we are probably going to get a lot of pummeling here, but I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, yeah, so we should be able to do that just fine. Hop up here, give him a old breath weapon. I quite like the dragon DLC. I didn't get a chance to play it too much, but it's just fun playing with dragons. I think that's the case in almost any game. Alright. These are tier 2 units, so this is going to be relatively painful. And I do not know these guys well enough to know exactly what we can and can't take. So, I'm prepared for pain to be incoming here. Oh, wait, those guys have a lot of range defense. So much so I think I'm going to have these guys hit those instead. Okay, just building up that Primal Fury. Now for these guys... This guy's not engaged. Oh, no, he is engaged. Okay, so he'd have to take an attack if he wants to reposition. We'll just move up for now. Hopefully they'll just stick around and fight my dragon. He's tough enough that he should be able to take quite a bit. We do have the healing roots, and we do have ancestral harmony, so we have a couple healing options if need be. And then for our tier 1s... We'll just keep focus firing that guy best we can. Okay, good. They get their Primal Fury on retaliations. That's super nice. There's a dragon ability that we can get that will give us, whew, ouch. That will give us extra retaliation attacks. Oh, man. And that'll be pretty nice for building up that Fury. Yeah, a little too late here, buddy. Couldn't save those first ones. Man, that's going to let these guys run free. That is not what I would have liked to have seen. Alright. We'll hit the guys with the ranged attacks that have a better odds of hitting. Well, that was not an impressive showing there, bud. Alright, let's see if we can't make this a little bit better odds. There we go. And don't really have anything else that we can cast that would be useful. That's really unfortunate that they were able to kill him in a single round. Tier 2 units just do a lot of damage. He says as they wipe out another unit. Alright, well, definitely not the start we were looking for, that's for sure. Let's see. We can't use our heal while we're in enemy zone of control. I don't think I want to just take an attack for free. I think we can just ward. Hopefully we won't die to that. If we die to that one, we'll give her the old retry. In fact, let's actually retry that. I am rusty, so I don't mind that. See if we can't keep both the tier 2s off of that. Underestimating how much damage those deal. It's a pretty dang rough unit to have as your first one. I'm going to see if I can lure him in, actually. I think with the dragon, we'll put him out here as bait. I do like that about this game. I'm normally not a person who likes save scumming or something, but for the tactical battles, especially when you're newer, you know, or just getting back into it, it's pretty nice just to be able to retry battles like that. I also really like their auto combat system, where you can tell it to auto combat, and if you don't like the results, you could just manually fight it. I feel like that's the best of both worlds for having an auto resolve in a strategy game. Alright, that was a much better first turn than last time. Alright, so... Now, ideally, I don't want these guys to get caught, but I do want to see if I can get some better shots. I think the flank will definitely help there. Still can't quite kill him in one go. Yeah, what ability do these guys have that makes that so ridiculously hard? Wind barrier, okay. Yeah. That's a rough thing to have as your starting fight. Alright, come on, buddy. Get like one hit, 1 or 2 hits, so that we can kill him without letting him take another turn. Oof. Man. Alright, we will take the retaliation with our dragon. And then if he can't finish him off, which he probably will not, we can hopefully do it with this guy. There we go. Much better this time around. Welcome in, Trip. Welcome in, Trip. Yeah, Swamp Blizzard build. We're hoping for some astral pickups here. Glad to see that YouTube's actually sharing this out with people. I was kind of wondering whether that would be the case or not. I know this is kind of off-brand for what we've been working on, so good to see that the people are seeing that. That's encouraging. Unlike us shooting ourselves in the back of the head with our archers. That is less encouraging. Alright, well, let's actually use this guy's heal. Alright, so is there an easy way to see how many stacks you have? Yes. Oh, that's burning. Okay, so he will get 5 stacks when he attacks this time around, or gets attacked, one with the other. Try for a lucky shot from the lucky sunflowers. That was not lucky. We will try for some normal shots with our archers here. No, archers have already got. Okay, so we just have the dragon or hammer. These guys are going to get stomped if they attack first, so we'll have to do it with our dragon. I think I'd like to do it from this side, so we're not flanked. And honestly, I think this guy's going to hit so hard that I'm just going to defend with these guys and not take the attack. We're not going to be able to finish him either way, so... Okay. Alright. Test out his ability now that he's up to 5. Man, that is pain. Alright, so he can pop Primal Renewal, So we'll remove all stacks and we'll heal 5 each, so that'll be 25. That's not terrible. And that will keep him alive, so we will pop that. We also have our heal up too. These guys are at 3 stacks. If we healed them, they would actually get up. We kill with this. Let's see if our dragon can finish this off. I think that would be ideal. We have the flank there, so we won't take the hit. Yeah. And then we will take these guys. We'll heal these guys. Are we allowed to do that even if they're at full HP? Oh, they're not. Range 4. Oh, that's the attack. Okay, still on cooldown. Alright. Never mind then. These other guys at least do not have the special wind shield, so they won't be nearly as painful. Our scouts. Yeah, go ahead. I don't think he can kill you in a single round. Wait, he got 1 fury per attack? Maybe everyone else has been doing that too, I just didn't notice. That was really nice. That really makes getting to 5 not nearly as hard. Alright, so these guys do have disengaging shot. So deals damage to the target and jumps back 3 hexes. So I believe... I mean, we might as well test things out now rather than when it's super important. Oh, that's pretty nice. That was really nice, actually. Okay. The game seems neat, but does kind of feel like the YouTube scene around it dies down between DLCs. Yeah, I think it's a game that really lends itself well to narrative plays, like doing a little role-playing with like your champion or your dragon or whatever. But unless you're really, really into it, you're probably going to do a couple playthroughs and then put it down for a while. It is a little bit samey, but that being said, I think it's a fine game. It's a good palate cleanser. All right, much better than the first time around. Getting back into the swing of things. All right. Then our scout. We'll see what's over here. Hopefully there's nobody guarding that chest. Nice. Go after that next turn. Over here. Bunch of tier 1 golems. We could fight them, but honestly, I don't think this guy would survive. I guess we could cast a heal on him. What do you have? Charge resistance, first strike. I believe those spears do extra damage to our dragon. Count? You count as. Well, maybe not. Is it worth losing a guy over? Probably. Not sure we have the damage for that. I'm gonna play it safe. We'll move over there, but we'll heal for a round first. Let's go ahead and get our city queued up here. We're gonna need. Do I want another protector? They're on the weak side. Yeah, I still think we probably do. And then, because none of our buildings will be boosted until next turn when we can buy a pop, I'm not going to start a building. We'll just take a little extra money. For our first research, we will take Blight Blades. Yeah, we are not. Yeah, not going to take that fight. Alright, so for leveling up, Tail Swipe is quite good. Let's see what we have. Crocodile Primal Communion. He gets the boon. That would be really nice on him. That is really tempting. Give him poison weapons. I think just for the sake of trying it out, Well, let's get the tail swipe first. Having the AOA, I think, is so good. We'll get the other one next time. Alright, got our unit queued up. Nothing, choosing not to build anything in the city. He's ready to go next turn. He's ready to go next turn. Good there. Good there. Alright, let's keep that moving there. Spirits of the Swamp. You've led your sons of Sobek, ardent followers of the mire crocodile, to a new realm when something catches your eye. Not far from last oasis, a wondrous tree pulsates with invigorating energy. Its strangely familiar energy inspires you even from afar. A faint bellow on the wind calls you to it. Your eyes fixed upon the tree, you discern a faint apparition of immense power. Could it be? Is this the ancestral spirit of your sons of Sobek? The mire crocodile herself? Does the mire crocodile, whom your people immediately call Deep Maw, truly grace this realm? You should visit the crocodile den presently. Deep Maw, here? I will have to meet with her right away. That's kind of his on and off girlfriend, you know. It's complicated. Alright, now we can grab a spot. I think I want to try to annex this, and to do that we need to win this fight first. I believe. Oh no, I guess we can just annex it. Let's take the fight first. Alright, you, just in case we get something that will be useful in the fight. Ring of Concealment. And this way. Oop. Meeting Kindred Fangholm. Elder Arvid Bortusk of the Free City of Fangholm acknowledges you with an ancestral greetings of the Sons of Sobek. Well met, Watcher. Arvid Bortusk observes you for a beat. It's obvious to me that you and I both follow Deep Maw, the mire crocodile. Kin is what I shall call you. Let us not wage war, but speak peace. What do you say? Sure, let's take a look. So they are pretty darn close. I think we will, even though we have quite a penalty to this, so it's going to be pretty dang slow. We'll try, see if we can get these guys without having to fight them. They are our brothers, so would be nice. And if they don't feel like joining us, well, we have solutions for that too, if need be. Alright. Hopefully that turn in healing was enough. I am so iffy on this guy. This isn't late age, this is like ultra late age. They finally got a new graphic engine. Alright. Hopefully this will go well. I am just so sketchy on this guy being that wounded. These are not the weakest troops either. I think we'll basically do the same thing we did last time and try to just make them come in range of the breath weapon for the opening. So right here should be fine. Try to set ourselves up so we have clear shots. I guess it doesn't say anything about the Fury stacks degrading, so I could just heal him now and then get that on cooldown. Yeah, and that gets him a good head start there. Alright. No, haven't met anyone else yet. Just that minor city-state. This is only like turn 2 or 3. Just getting started. I did not rush home like I do for the Friday streams. I got home as soon as I could and had some food and whatnot. And just decided I did feel like showing this off a little bit. Surprisingly, there weren't anyone else streaming it. I kind of thought this would be pretty popular today, but maybe everyone else is on other platforms doing that. Alright. Weaken them up here. Graze was not what we were looking for. Okay, big breath weapon. There we go. That's not bad. Alright, now unfortunately these guys could reach our archers, so I think we're gonna have to block them. Let's... Okay, not too bad. Right. Yeah, let's go ahead and base those guys. Wipe this one. Alright, please do not die in a single round, buddy. It's a big dragon for turn 3. I actually made this guy like micro. This is like the pug of dragons. You can make them so much bigger. Alright, well, I don't think we're gonna die, so that's good. These are really fragile units. Perfect, and then that guy's just wasting his time. Okay, so you are obviously not going to be off cooldown for a turn, so we probably are going to want to heal. So what is our higher healing? We could heal 10 hit temps and gain 2 regeneration, or we could do 15, and if Mire Crocodile is active, heal twice the amount. It's active. It is active. Alright, so we should get 30 from this. Yes. Alright. That's not bad. And then that lets them actually attack without having to spin that. So while he's at 5, he gains 3 blight damage and inflicts disease. So that's going to make his... Oh yeah, look at that. That makes his damage way better. Okay. Let's try... So you're going to have to move basically no matter what. Alright, let's see if we can finish these off with him. Or not. Oh, there it goes. Little bug there on the animation. Alright, with those guys out of the way... I do like how, as you do damage to units in this game, it lowers their effectiveness. So you don't necessarily have to finish off a unit. You can just kind of make them ineffective. I think that's what we're going to do over here. And then these guys should be able to finish them off. Very nice. Alright, and keep moving on that. Perfect. And these guys wasted their turn running back. Alright, we do have our heal back. See how we do on this range, and we'll decide if we want to heal or if we just want to... Ooh, perfect crits. Oh! Very nice. Alright, let's then... We'll heal Big Boy here. And we will... Just go in with him. Those are 10 hit points anyways. That was really weird. When my testing earlier, I didn't have any problems with graphics. Wonder if it's the unit here or my pug dragon. I got the defective dragon. No refunds, unfortunately. Alright. Definitely will take that victory. That was probably about as good as we could have hoped for there. Especially coming in there with as much damage as we had on this poor guy. Alright, so we need to... I think we need to talk? Yeah. Spirits of the Bog, Aftermath. When you arrive at the Mire Crocodile Den, a visage of Mile Crocodile that lured you has disappeared, yet you feel an eerie stillness overcome you. Something lies in wait. You examine the enthralling tree and notice that water pools between its roots, flooding the ground. Deep Maw's influence is palpable here. You recall ancient legends of a promise of formidable boons to the most ardent torchbearers of Deep Maw. Claim this territory so you may build a Mire Crocodile Temple, which invokes the power of Mire Crocodile to slowly turn the domain into bogs, where your sons of Sobek thrive. Win Deep Maw's favor by securing at least 2 Mire Crocodile Dens and build the Mire Crocodile Temple. The Mire Crocodile is guaranteed to notice your devotion. For Deep Maw's glory, I will secure the dens and build her temple. You gotta impress the ladies by building them a temple. Alright, so we can build a hut, which is pretty garbo here. Or we could build a quarry. Once this turns into a swamp, we should be able to build an actual farm if we wanted it. But a quarry is fine too. That'll give us some extra production to help speed up our city building. We'll take that. Alright, did that unlock? Yeah, the Mire Crocodile Temple. Annex Providence with a Mire Crocodile Den. Gain +5 mana. Starts altering terrain, 1 province per turn. This equals radius to the city tier. Okay. It's not actually a very good building to start with. That being said, maybe we go with that anyways. Our shrine is boosted. That would give us 10 mana. We're here for the crocodiles. Let's just do it. It's fine. Yeah, it looks like we have more population. We could do a farm over here. What? Gotta remind myself here. So... want to look... Where do I want to look? I'm thinking, based on my tome, I can build certain kinds of...
You can review your
Okay, very, very nice, thank you. You can build certain types of upgrades. So we want certain types of terrain around here. I think we want forester, probably, or farm. Build a mine over here. That's pretty good forester. We don't have a lot of farmland available right now, so I think I am going to just take the farm one to start with. The food will help us expand population, and then we can take these other provinces with that. For this army, we want to get in range of another fight, but we also probably can't take another fight this turn. It's already moved. A while before our next unit comes out. Okay, we're not ready for a haunted graveyard. That much is certain. Okay, I think this is one of the bonuses we got from our starting traits. Is this one here? It should be cleared for us. So we do want to kind of move towards that. Although that's a long ways out. Okay. I think we will just head here then. We get bonus healing by being in our territory, so because we just took such a beating there. Yeah, I think that's fine. You are literally just middle-aged statists. Yes, I'm really looking forward to playing middle-aged statists. I love terraforming in games, so that was one of the reasons that this DLC really attracted me, was being able to change terrains. I always tried to make it work before, and the game just didn't really support it, so we'll see if it's better now, and it should be, just based on what I've seen. Alright, orders. Let's see if we see anyone up this way. Horses there. Not going to be able to reach them. We might actually be able to have our dragonfly in range. What are you? Lesser Storm Spirit, an Arcane Guard, an Arcanist, and a Lesser Magnum Spirit. I think we can do that. Can we reach? We can. Okay, so we'll have him hop out of the army and pull them in. We'll do that as a manual combat. Satis is my favorite Dominions nation. They are cool. I love every nation that makes it all the way through. I just think that it's so neat to have these like rise and fall stories of all the different civilizations. Alright, now we do want to be a little careful here. So those guys are not going to have range. We know these guys have range. They have a charge, so we really don't want to take that if we can avoid it. These guys have range. Okay. just kind of form up over here. The late game snow stuff had pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's going to be even better now. I think it's the woolly mammoth one. That's like your favorite terrain. And so you have that. And I think they changed some of the racial traits where if you take the terrain adaptations, you get a spell for transforming the terrain. I don't know if you start with it or you get it relatively early, but either way, that's quite an improvement to what it used to be. All right, we could pop here and get a good breath. I always have to remind myself of the starting shape. Okay, that's fine. Oh no. No. Alright, let's restart that. Oh, I'm so rusty. I keep wanting to hit escape to cancel out of abilities when I think I just need to left click. Okay, good. They formed up the same way they did last time. Alright, same thing without breathing on our own guys this time. Alright. There. Yes. Hi, new to your channel. Just wanted to say, been loving Dom's 6 content. Only ever won a few games, but been learning a lot from you. Well, welcome in, Owen. Welcome in. Always glad to hear that people are enjoying that. I am still having a blast making Dominion stuff. We're doing Baratos on Friday. I am praying that is not another marathon, like 8-hour stream. I hope it goes as maybe not as smooth as our Atlantis stream went. That almost went too well, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could go sideways real quick if we just get really bad map gen. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if you can make it. It should be a good one either way. All right, without breathing on our own troops this time, let's fire off that way. I think it's kind of interesting how even though they're big into necromancy, they aren't really villains, which is rare. Yeah. Satis is like, you know, the stereotypical Egyptian like themed race. Like they're not evil. Like that's just they're into like death rites and the afterlife and things like that. Like not doing anything weird with it. It's just everyone else wants to use what they know for bad things. Or even if they don't mean to do bad things, they're idiots about it. A la Ermor, and making very bad decisions. Ermor meets Satis, and immediately the first thing they Google is, help, I accidentally opened the gate to the Death Realm. I really hope we can get another casualty on this guy. I'm having a feeling we're not going to be able to. Alright. Please don't die, buddy. Oh, there's... Ooh, hostile terrain. I can't make it there. Shoot. I was planning on moving up to that next hex. Ooh, well that changes things a little bit. I guess we really don't have a lot of choice there. That was a... Oops. Do we want to throw out a heal? I don't think these guys can get that down. That being said, these guys are going to get full shots. Alright, we will use our healing root because we don't have the double yet. Is that the right play? 10 mana versus 5. But it uses less castings. I guess the regen would be pretty nice, so we will go with that. Alright, hopefully he can make that through the round. I'm excited for Friday. Yeah, me too. Me too. It should be good. 24-hour Baratos stream. Oh, please. Don't bring that kind of energy in here, man. For people that have been following those streams, I'm in my busy season at work, and it has just been an absolute death march. It is... Well, I have no complaints about how well the channel's been doing. It's just bad timing. If it was another time of the year, I wouldn't be nearly so overwhelmed at work, and it would just be much easier to be able to focus in on that. But yeah, it has been a rough go. Almost as bad as these archers just had. I think we are going to have to heal them. How many stacks do you have? 2. Alright, well, we have the heal, so let's pop that. Alright, what are we going to do here? I really like this shoot and jump back ability. It's really nice when you can get your ranged units out of melee in this game. That's something that's hard to do. What exactly do you do? Sharp. Okay, so you're probably gonna like take damage for that, but that's fine. Oh, bleeding. That's alright, we got regen. Alright, can you finish these guys off for me, please? Yes, okay. And then you are going to come here and base both of those and hopefully cripple this unit. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like that. Alright, you moved. What's your favorite nation? At least in early age, it's probably Agartha. I don't know why, but those poor little worm guys, I don't know whether it's pity for them or what, but I just really like those guys. They have such a sad story too. Like, they start when they're already on the decline, and it never gets better. They're just trying to like plug the hole in the dam, and there's never any hope that they're gonna do it. But they never give up, you know. They try the whole way through. They don't go like super evil or anything. Again, they get weirdly into death, but everyone gets weirdly into death in the late ages. You're either death or blood or both, so that's not like that's strange or anything. Alright, now, these guys are at 5 stacks, so we should be able to use our special heal here. Yeah, for a big heal. Just to keep ourselves safe. Now, unfortunately, there's a cooldown on our jump back, so we can't use that to get out of here. 50% chance. We could move these guys up. I think this is the safer play. I don't want to hit my own guys I just healed. Here we go. It's up to 5. And these guys can get their full attack on this one, with no chance of hitting our own units. I don't think it matters who kills things in this game. I don't think the XP... I think it's just shared as a pool, so... just finish that off. Late Age Agartha is legit just a cargo culture of humans that LARP using statues. Yeah. You know... They're like fantasy weebs. They're just really into worm culture, you know? They go build their little... figurine statues, and they cosplay as underground people, even though they can't really see anything. And they're very passionate. They're a very passionate people. not the brightest, but passionate. All right, still don't have anything done over there. We're out of movement and very wounded. Very wounded. We don't have any map healing or anything either, fortunately. Ruler did level up. Alright. There are tons of things that are really good. I think I'm going to get that Primal Communion, though. I feel like on dragons, that's actually really good. Because you tend to want to brawl with your dragon anyways. We'll go ahead and have that. If nothing else, it's new. And then with our other point... let's see. Terrifying Gorging. I like that one a lot. Even if it's not the best. Alright, we can pick our aspect. I believe nature gives us watchful, and watchful gives us an extra retaliation attack. So combining that with the fury, that should be pretty nice, because if we get 3 attacks off, we'll have 2 retaliations. We could get ourselves all the way into fury just right off the bat if we get lucky. And then for our final one, do we want to try to get some support? We could lower upkeep. We're really not running with a lot of upkeep right now. Extra vigor. If I was going to do that, I think I'd do it up here. Yeah, this is worth more. Take extra defense. Big because you go into Dragon Fury once you've taken a certain amount of damage. Yeah, when total hit points reaches 60% or lower, it's nice to have a larger pool so that you can enter Fury before you become overly vulnerable. I think we'll nab that here. I don't know if any of this is meta. I've played this so casually. I just pick things that are cool. That's how I play Age of Wonders. And it seems to work out okay. All right, let's go ahead and keep that moving. Owen says, gotta say my favorite nation is either EA or middle-age Ulm because I'm a noob in all ages of Abyssia. Ulm's another cool one though. Again, they have a cool story. It's like they go from Germanic tribes to like hardcore medieval knights to taken over by like blood cult / vampires. Like that's an interesting run of things. We don't count Ermor, they deserve what they got. Oof. Oof, that's a hot take. Favorite race in Age of Wonders? I like tons of them. I think they did such a good job, and I really like that they decoupled your racial traits with your physical form. Because, like, I don't know, sometimes I want to play, like, cannibal elves, and I can make good cannibal elves. I don't have to do it just for the memes. Alright, let's see what this is. Oh, we could totally take that. That's going to be way out of range, though. Not scouting very efficiently, but that, I guess it doesn't really matter. For a Pangea map, this has a suspicious amount of water all around me, I have to say. Alright, and these poor boys need to go home and heal for a turn or two. And then I think we probably still have to go this way, so we'll head to this corner. And next turn we'll finally be able to get our protector out, so we'll finally get another unit. That'll help a lot. I usually must pick traits that give me an extra starting unit, because this feels very small. Alright, we could attract extra population. Can we spend anything on our tree? Founding cities. I don't think we have anything we're going to found. Maybe over here, but we're a ways out. So I think we will spend some to get an extra pop. And then, what do we want to grab? Kind of want to head this way so I can get this integrated as soon as possible. That being said, we only have one mine. The extra income would be nice to get sooner rather than later. Yeah, let's get the mine. Yeah, I know we have a new one, but I don't want that one yet. We can move a little bit further up because of that. Keep that moving. I've fallen back in love with EA Niflheim. The combination of +5 cold power bonus. Oh, the Niflheim Giants. On your Giants, Turbo Communions, Fata Morgana plus Blood Economy. Yeah, I think all the giant nations are in a pretty good place in the early age. I don't know if Meppelheim or whatever you pronounce it is or isn't. I just know that their fire giants have been a bane in a lot of our streams, but that may just be I don't know what to do with them yet. I'm just not prepared for them. I don't know if that means they're actually that dangerous. Alright, finally another unit. Alright, so I think we probably want to try to get another animist in this army, ideally. And we're not going to be able to get that until we go up to the next size. And we get the bonus for that when we're size 5. So we could totally do that next turn. I think we will do that. So do we want to recruit? Yeah, let's get another scout. We are not, as per normal, I am not building enough scouts, I feel. We should be finding all those free goodies if at all possible. Did this terraform yet, by the way? Rocky sand, no. Forest, no. Oh, because our building isn't done yet. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, if we're going... Well, yeah, keep going. We gotta find out what's up here. And you guys, since we can't reach, can we go here? I love, one thing I do like about the reinforcement system is I love doing this, where most of my army can't move any further, but my dragon has tons of movement left, so I can pop out and then start another fight and drag the rest of my troops into it. As your troops approach a band of mercenary guards, they raise the white flag. We were hired by rich merchant to look after the pastures, the leader of the gang, a chaplain, explains. We expected to protect it from roaming scoundrels, not a full-fledged assault. Please accept our surrender and let us go. A chaplain. Also, this game has really good tooltips. Always very appreciated when a game has good in-game tooltips. I don't think we want these guys, though. We have mechanics on our own support units. That being said, I don't think we're, like, particularly evil. Like, we want to reclaim our past glories, but, like, yeah, I don't think we want to, like, wipe everyone else out. Like, maybe they could serve us, serve their crocodilian masters. So, we have no quarry with you. You can just get out of our way. I'm alright with that. And then with this much movement left, grab that. New location. Underground, it looks like. Okay. Good to go there. We set up our scout. Yep. I kind of like how they tied Purine into it, because they fall into the witchcraft blood magic of the Middle Age, and it's implied Marion is about to crusade them, so maybe that's where they picked it up. That could be. It could be. Yeah, I love how intricate the lore is in Dominions. And it's amazing how good of a job the game does telling it, with literally a nation screen and some unit tooltips. Like, good use of text space by them, or just environmental storytelling as you just look at how things change. All the giants disappear, all the monsters die out, etc., etc. Alright, our town is boosted, so we could go up to the next level. Kind of want to do that and get that next supporter unit, like, super early. It's a pretty good building there, too. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Whatever, we're not trying to finish a game or anything tonight, so... Rule of cool. Alright, what do we got up here? Oh, a couple fights. We might actually be able to take both of those fights this turn. So if we stand here between them, and Mr. Sobek, if you would be so kind. JT says, yeah, I'm generally not a fan of the giant nations, but I've been enjoying Hinnom. Hinnom's another really cool one. Hinnom's one that, like, you don't really see, like, I guess that would be, I don't even know if that's Judeo-Christian. That may be just, like, Jewish mythology. I could be incorrect on that, but, like, with the Avim and all those, like, that's a mythology that you don't really see in that form. Like, you normally see Judeo-Christian things if anyone goes with that style of stuff. So that's just such a neat one. Like the, what are they, the Niam giants, and the different angels, and yeah, such a cool one. Again, just not really representative of a lot. Same thing with Eastern European, like Slavic and Romanian mythology. Very rarely do we see that. More recently, but another just culture group that is really ripe for the pickings, really. Like, I think the only game that really pops to mind, I guess Witcher did some and made that popular, but Van Helsing, I think was the name of the game. They made a couple of those that used Eastern European mythology pretty heavily for parts of it. Alright, this should be a super easy fight, so I'm not going to think too hard about it. Possibly to my own detriment. Do you have any good ideas with Abyssia? Would love to get better at them. Abyssia needs production scales, so you have to just do that, I feel. I don't think you can get away without that. You have access to some blood, but you don't have to use the blood, especially if you're new. Fire magic is relatively simple. I throw fire at enemy. And so you can't really go wrong with your mages and your spells. If you summon in fire drakes, they have a cone attack, and your troops are so fire resistant that you can put the drakes behind your front line and have them breathe fire through your troops while staying safe themselves. That could be a pretty fun little starting point. Otherwise, their troops are just so good. Just get a mass of them, put them in a line formation, and if you need it, put a mage or two behind them, and you should do okay on them. Alright, do we try to get somebody with the heal? I guess it really doesn't matter on this one. Alright, we'll fly over here, give him the old breath. By the way, in our Empire, breath mints are outlawed. Absolutely outlawed. That's contraband. No mints. Bad breath is a sign of potency. I find that so interesting that you get for every attack. So if there's any spells that give you extra attacks, that'd be super good on these guys. Like if it give you an extra turn. I know there's something in this game that does that. Oh wow, he actually survived that, huh? It's disappointing. Does anyone know off the top of their head, there was a species of extinct crocodile that could run like 30 kilometers an hour or something terrifying? Thank goodness that's extinct. Can you imagine how many people would get eaten by those nowadays? Oddly enough, did you know that crocodiles and lions, etc., are not actually the big killers over in Africa? It's hippopotami. Those things are just death machines. That was a surprising fact I learned a while ago. Alright, munchy munch. We'll finish this combat up pretty easy. Having these dragons is just so fun. It's just nice having almost like a super combatant from turn 1. I wonder how well they actually scale into the late game, or if they just get outplaced once the higher tier units come in. Alright. Oh, we cannot actually start the second fight. That's disappointing. Alright, well, is what it is. Alright, finally got our first research done. Summon Primal Crocodile! Mythic, you sign me up. We are totally doing that. Alright, we got our temple. We're expanding the city, building a scout. That all looks good to me. Alright, what do we want to annex? Again, we want to get close to this because I would really like to annex this because that's part of our starting traits we took. This direction doesn't really have anything good. I guess we could build a mine. 17 food. Oh, it's got the pasture. Yeah, we'll just go extra food. I feel like food is not a problem for the primals. I think that's one of their strengths. So we probably don't need that many farms, but it's fine, I suppose. Alright, let's get those Blight Blades casting. That should really juice up our damage, because we're very stinky, so we lower their resistances, and that'll just give us the poison damage. Or no, I think it's blight damage, technically, on every hit. Alright, we'll have our scout actually initiate this fight, and that'll save some movement on our main army. Heat from Hell, yes, very good. Anything with the fatigue stuff will stack really well with your heat auras that you have on your troops. Curse of Stones, I don't think that's easy for Abyssia to cast, but you could get there with some work, and that would just stack some more fatigue on people and just make that even more potent. I gotta be a little bit careful with these guys. These guys are pretty painful. Gotta make sure I don't get in range here. That being said, I would like to draw them in. Get them over here to this choke point if we can. Not that I would ever want Dominions to change the style of game that it is, but it'd be cool if they found like a really passionate studio that wanted to do a more tactical approach, you know, something a la like this. Could be quite interesting with the amount of just rosters and nations that they would have. Alright, we're gonna be cheeky here. Oh yeah. Enjoy your poison, boys. I can't get over that our scouts ride crocodiles. That's just ridiculous. Like, I could totally see, like, crocodile cavalry, like knights or something, but archers, it just doesn't make any sense. I guess maybe you could have, like, blowguns, and they could be, like, amphibious troops that, like, hide underwater and then, like, ambush people. Maybe, you know, for really stretching it. Having this shorter range on the blowguns makes this rather difficult. Oh, I know. We'll run up here, and then we will disengaging shot. Haha. Okay. And then you may have to take this guy on for a minute, so yeah, good luck with that. I'm sure it'll go really well for you. So units yet to act. What did... Oh, you guys probably. Do I even want to take the retaliation attack? Frankly, I don't think I do. I think you guys just guard. Yeah, ditto. They need to summon a hippopotamus conch spell. They probably wouldn't be that bad. Slow with like a swallow attack, or like a one low attack rate but high damage bite, and just a ton of HP. Give them the swamp abilities. In your opinions, what's the best age for Abyssia? Probably early age. They're another one of those dying races, like well, almost everybody, but they lose more and more of their heat powers as it goes on, and they become more and more reliant on death and blood. That being said, their Smolder Ghost spell in, I don't remember if it's middle or late age, can be pretty good, because you can summon in Sacreds with it. And it's not too odious to actually get cast. It's just like Death Gems and a relatively approachable level. Alright, let's whack this guy with the dragon. Take as many pot shots as we can. Did not do a particularly great job of positioning this choke point. I kind of choked myself out. Alright, these guys are going to have to move first or they're not going to be able to get through. You guys move up and take your shots. That wasn't too bad. And again, I'm not even sure the retaliation's just worth it. I think we're just going to, well, my dragon is getting a little low. He's only at 4, unfortunately. Let's pop him a heal just in case. And let's actually hit this. We don't need any big oopses. Cool, cool. Slowing sphere. Alright, well, not for us, maybe for a future hero. Oh, nice. Tranquility Pool's a special resource, I believe. What can we see? Out at sea. Don't think we're gonna go out there because we have that nasty modifier on the ocean, so we will avoid that. We'll head off this way. We'll just end our turn inside our territory. We might actually need to heal for a turn. Being really nice to get an out-of-combat heal. Get our blades going. Another thing I love about this game, I love that the graphics of your units actually change as you give them new racial traits or you enchant their weapons. I think that's so cool. I guess it's not really a minor detail, but it's a detail that a lot of games they probably just can't afford the art assets. But it's always cool when you play a game and like you can actually see equipment on your heroes or on your character change as you're equipping different things. What's your view on Conquest? You know, I've never played Conquest of Elysium. I've just never gotten around to it. It seems like another game that you'd really have to sink your teeth into. I mean, I'd have the head start that I understand the basic Dominion systems and like their dice rolls and whatnot, but in all honesty, I don't think I've ever even watched a Let's Play. Yeah, not that I can recall at least, but I mean, there's a couple people I know. I think Battle Mode really loves that game and puts out some Let's Plays for it. His stuff's generally decent, so he probably has some good ones for that. Maybe someday I'll have the time and we could check that out. Do you think I could do a full playthrough of Conquest of Elysium in a single 5 to 6 hour stream? If you've played it? The format of running one game per stream seems to be working really, really well. My preferred version of consuming content is Let's Plays, but Let's Plays are they're just dead on YouTube. You can look at the games I was covering before Dominions to see how my Let's Plays did. Now, admittedly, I was new and learning, and you know all the excuses, but the views just aren't there. Episode 1 does okay. Episode 2, a few people watch, and then nobody watches the rest of it. When you view those, just remember those are months old now. So the view counts of like 50 and whatnot are after 2 months. They got 50 views. So just nobody cared. And I don't think I was covering particularly unpopular games. They weren't super like common, but within their niche, I think they're decent. I think we're actually going to take an extra turn of healing here because we're going to have to go so far out that we can't just take a battle and then come back. I think we're going to do that there. Over here, we got 2 turns till our town hall finishes. Could we rush that? Let's do that. Because then we could get a shock unit or we could get another support unit. If we had 2 support units, we could get our Primal Fury pumping really quick. Let's try that. And if we lose a melee unit, we'll replace him with a shock unit. Alright, then from here, we probably are going to need a tavern. Build 2 farms. Yep, already did that, so that's boosted. Cool. Alright, yeah, I think we are just going to sit around. As boring as that is, I do think I actually want to heal before I head out. Farms grant +5 food. Yes, yes they do. Thank you very much. Bruh, welcome back in. Welcome back in. Rote says, absolutely you can finish a game if you don't play too large a map. Okay. Yeah. That'll be something to put on the list. like I said, that format seems to work pretty well, and that would overlap well with the Dominions content that people seem to really enjoy. I know that as niche as Dominions is, I think Conquest of Elysium is even further, because I stomp around in those corners of YouTube, and even I don't see much content come out for that. Man, there's some aggressive stuff out there. Alright, can we reach this spider? And if we do, can we kill him? Yeah, that's going to be a little painful with all those skirmishers, but I do feel we can kill him. Boink. Let's take that fight. Yeah, Battle Mode did a LP of... Yeah, like I said, I know that's one of his favorite games. He talks about that a lot in other series. That's one I think some people like to play in multiplayer too, because it's a lot faster to play than Dominions. Alright, we did really well on a map that was similar to this before, so we'll see if we can replicate our success. These guys all have ranged attacks, so it's not going to be as good, unfortunately. I think what we're going to do is we're going to move to some cover. We'll throw our heal out. And then we'll move up here. Hopefully he can just kind of bait in the attacks. Go here. Change our facing. Not too much. We've just been going around smashing some of the neutrals on the map. Oh, I forgot they could leap. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well, I thought I was putting those guys in a really safe spot, but obviously I did not. Alright, Mr. Dragon. Oh, we can't even finish that off. That is disappointing. Because they have blight resistance. Okay, that's... Hideous Stench is affecting that. Alright. Well, I don't think we really have a choice, so I'm still going to have to blap him. Oh, we got our Summon Primal Crocodile, too. We are definitely going to have to check that out. Alright, well, I think the dragons... Either way, I'm going to have to attack, which is going to turn us around, unfortunately. Alright, can we finish it with this guy? Hopefully. Alright, take our pot shots here. These guys do not have the ranged enchant for poison yet. Or blight. And then you boys. Do think we want... Oh, they got immobilized by the spider, that's right. Disappointing. Alright, let's check out this crocodile. I'm super interested. We'll put him here, because that base is 2 of them. Oh, that is sweet looking. Look at that boy. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Oh! Alright. Alright. And that gave him disease, which gives him -4 resist. So he's at -3. Okay, so we can use this guy to debuff hard targets. So not only will he deal damage, but he can give them the debuff so our other damage can come in higher. That's a nice little combo. Surprisingly, I feel like I saw more COE content released than I've seen on Dom 6. Oh, because it's more single-player focused. I can see that. I've actually been shocked how much content has been coming out for Dominion 6. We've got Zan, Thrice-Horned Boar, Milo, several new guys on the scene. A lot of the older people aren't making as much. I know Battle Mode did a Femin series. Des did some videos. I don't think he's done a whole series on it. Lucid's been rolling out with some stuff. Who else am I missing? I don't think I've seen anything from General Confusion. I'm sure I'm missing a couple of the other old-timers. Alright, well this is a little bit of a problem that he's got these guys based. Let's see if we can make room for them to get a jump shot off and get themselves clear. I really like the tactical usefulness of that ability. That is so nice. Sometimes in this game it can be so hard to save your ranged units. Especially in the early game where you just don't have a lot of tricks. And that kept our dragon free, so he can head up this way. Like I said, I haven't really followed Conquest of Elysium too much, but I do know the concepts of the different planes and whatnot. I know people are really into that. They're like really into that, so it must be good. Alright, chompy chompy. If your girl's got jaws like that, be careful, fellas. Alright, not bad, not bad. That summon seems super powerful. I'm surprised that you can summon it that far away. Like there's no range limit to it. Seems really good. Alright, what is next? Poison arrows. I don't think I really want their plant thingamabobber here. I feel like our range units are basically those skirmishers anyways, so I think we'll take the poison arrows. They give us a chance to inflict poison, and now that we have the disease combo, I feel like that's really good. And down here, so keep peeking around. Look for that cash money. Alright, and we can grab another spot. See up here that we have the ability to get a research post, a conduit. This would also put us next to here, so we could grab that, hopefully. I think this is going to be out of range until our city goes up another tier, but I might be misremembering that. Let's get some research. We haven't built a research building yet, and so I feel like we're really slow on that. Another battle staple, just don't get your research going for absolutely no reason. Alright, evil presence lingers. Ooh. The dead grow restless. Deep sleep will become active in 9+ turns. What do you have? Can I see that? Oh, we can totally take that. We may swing down here and get that cleared out. We do have that ability when we clear those, we should get extra artifacts. That would be rather nice. Are the differences between primal animals actually big enough to matter? They do seem like they're pretty big. Everyone has a different terrain type, and the terrain bonuses they give are different. So like for us it's food, but for other people I believe it's like mana or production, etc., etc. And then you summon a different animal. Some of them have like AoE, and they all do a different damage type. So I do feel like they're big enough difference. They also give you different affinities. So like we took one that gave us nature, so we're like super heavy into nature. But there's one for each affinity and 2 for nature. So like you could get shadow or materium or whatever from your other tome. And it changes the mounts that you get. So like you could have mammoth mounts or whatever. Could be quite good. I want to see the stats on these crocodile mounts when we get a hero that I can actually check that on. I want them to be good because I love the idea of like a crocodile knight. Like a big old lance, like a heavy lance. All right, this is more desert. This is more what I wanted the map to look like. I was a little worried because it was pretty green over here, but I guess it would make sense that the last oasis was like the last little spot where we're getting some rain here. Kind of a lush little valley that we control. All right. Yeah, let's head down that way. Probably not the most efficient thing to do. That's all right. Animus in 5 turns. What would it cost me to rush you? 190. Let's do that since we're nearby. We can hopefully get that in our army next turn. And then we will build, oops, I think another scout, because I feel like we're still behind on that. And you, I am just going to put you on auto explore at this point. I'm fine with that. And you have a little more movement left. I'm on auto explorer. Let me run directly into where all your units are and explore absolutely nothing. Good job. Good job. This is why alligators have not invented anything in a long time. Alright, now we finally actually have a full army for the first time this game. Chuck that out. Looks like we can't reach it this turn. Oh, nice. They also, one of the changes in the patch notes, if I understood it correctly, they decoupled heroes from number of cities. So now your hero cap just goes up over time, and then you can pay to also increase it faster. So we could actually get a new hero. We will have to check that out. Put you on auto. Let's actually do that now. Alright, so we'd have Dagny Bortusk. She's looking pretty fine. What do you do, Dagny? You're a fighter with a spear. Well, alright. Who else do we have? We have Ringy Bortusk. Alright, they're a couple. Alright. He's an afflictor. Oh yeah, what's your trait mean? City, okay, we don't have a second city, so I'm not particularly interested in that yet. Could randomly do some different statuses. When he lands an attack, he gains a stack of strength. That's not bad, actually. I like that one. What do you have? A blowgun, though. I don't think I really want range, because I feel like our armies are going to have a lot of supporters in them, so I kind of want melee people. Another range person. I guess our faction doesn't actually have a battle mage now that I think about it, so maybe a mage also wouldn't be a terrible choice. Pioneer, gain extra food. She's a big girl, look at that. Frenzies doesn't mean we'd have to stick with the ranged weapon. I guess he does already have archery, that's, yeah. Not in love with Pioneer, not in love with Afflicted. I don't think I care for any of these people. We'll let them shuffle. Oh, some of the other people are starting to get into fights. That is one derpy looking boar. Elder Arvid Bortus solemnly greets you. Majestic Sobek, Fangholm cordially invites you to the ceremonial hunt. Alright. Once every decade, our finest hunters ride out in search of Pyreborn, Gore-Tusk Piglet. We cull every creature we find and collect the meat for the glory of Fangholm until we finally catch the flame-infused Gore-Tusk Piglet. You would grant us the honor of joining us. Alright, so we could do it. We'd get some relations and a mystery bonus. We could just get some extra draft. We'd say we don't want any part of it. Yeah, we're a dragon. We probably like hunting. Hunting is brutal, not ceremonial. We're a dragon. I don't think we have that problem. Sure, we'll join you. Perfect, and it's actually near where we're at. That's rather handy. Usually it spawns on like the other side of the map from me. Alright, can we reach? No. So we have to grow our city before we can claim that. That is unfortunate. Alright, so what do we want to build next? I think we're going to pick based on what we want to boost. We got our wizard tower, we could increase our Imperium. That's a currency that we use for many, many things. It's like the important currency. And to boost that, what we need? I guess you don't have a boost option. Woodcarver's Workshop gives us a little bit of everything, and we need a Forester. Alright, looks like we need a Forester. Several things we want to build need that. So the question is, where do we want to build it? I see our swamps are spreading rather nicely. Good to see. I don't want to build here because I do want that mine. I guess here, it's the only thing we can get anyways. We'll take that one. I'm not competing with another city for juicy tiles, so I can kind of take my time with it. Heroes offer to join. Okay, no, we don't want you. And no, we already looked at that. Okay. Alright. We will take this fight to start. Alright, let's actually auto this one. I do feel this is going to be so fast. And it's totally acceptable results, so we will take them. Alright, collect my reward. Good, good. And then we can't reach that this turn, so let's head over here. We can use our extra dragon reach and head over for another fight. We also have a level we could grab first. Yeah, here's that roar I was remembering. Friendly units in a 2-hex radius get strengthened, which gives us extra damage, and hastened, which gives us an extra retaliation attack. Let's grab that. That'll help us get our Primal Fury up faster, maybe. And then we will pop out of the army and start this fight. If they want to run away, sure. We are now a good dragon. Sobek is a good boy. Alright, we got our tavern produced. Let's get that woodcarver shop. This gives us a little bit of everything. Oh, we had so much production it finished instantly. Perfect. Extra income would be nice. Extra food could be nice. A stone stele. Production and food, yeah, let's grab that. I like building up lots of production so I can build buildings quickly. And you can move for more rewards. Yeah, it's worked out pretty nice. We'll take a couple fights here, we'll do our quest, and then we'll come clear out that haunted graveyard before it becomes a problem. It's true, I was comparing the first month release with the first month of DOM 6. COE 5 feels like a new game, but it's already approaching 3 years, yeah. That's the thing, like when people were complaining about, oh, DOM 6 already, I'm like, what do you mean already? Like, do we live in different timelines or something? I don't know how you can say already. DOM 5 came out 6 years ago? I could be wrong on that, but give or take. Like, it is not a recent release. Alright, I think we will do this fight. What's your in-game for this stream? I'm just playing for fun tonight. I wanted to check it out. Nobody else was streaming it. I'll probably go maybe another hour or so. I'm not going to push it. Yeah, I know I was not going to finish a map. I do feel like if I got back into the groove of things, though, if I picked the right map settings, I think we could do an Age of Wonders stream in one sitting. And I would be interested in adding a second stream. I don't know what night I would do it on. And it probably would be like this one a little bit later than my Friday stream that I really pushed to get that started on time. So, I don't know. We'll see. This has been a super casual video. I don't know if people outside of the community are really going to be interested. But that's fine, you know. Just getting some more practice streaming. I normally schedule my streams. When you go live on YouTube, if you just go live like randomly like I did, it's slightly different how you set that up. So yeah, just good to just see different things and practice different things. I also made my really amateur looking thumbnail in like 5 minutes when I got home from work, as compared to my finely crafted memes I normally make. Did they change it, or do you still get a free respec for each hero? I do think you get a free respec, although I can't confirm that. I have not picked one up here. Vine Prison is nice to hold enemies up with multi-stack battles. Did they nerf that? I seem to remember people complaining about that. Like I said, I haven't really been following. It was kind of a surprise when I saw videos for this popping up in my feed. So I am out of the loop for sure. Alright, get a nice breath weapon in here. A lot of poison resist, unfortunately, there. Alright, what do we want to do? Alright, we can base that guy, so we'll take a high point here, and we'll be able to fire down or heal from up here with this guy. And this guy can come in and base him, so he can't get any charges off. And then over here, can't reach anyone else, unfortunately. Alright, we'll come up and just do some blocking with these guys. All the way up here will be a nice spot for the rest to fight this way. I'll knock that guy out. Miss? Oof. Oof. That's not good. Alright. And we'll just try not to shoot ourselves with this one, I think. We could summon in a croc. We got tons of mana. Why not? It's fun. What do we want to do with him? I'm kind of worried these guys are gonna run around, be foolish. So let's base them with our summon here. And I'm not worried about the archers doing much damage, so we'll just try to break them out. Or those pyromancers. Yeah, pyromancers, okay. Not bad. What would be a good contender chassis for Abyssia? I tend to go with like the Warlock guy, just the Dom 1 chassis. I don't feel like they need an expander. Their troops do a fine job. So you're looking at something for scales or scale/blessing. Their sacreds are totally usable. Try Enchanted Blood plus something else. It will be a pretty good budget bless for those guys. I tend to find for some weird reason Abyssians bleed a lot. I don't know if they're just bleeders or what, but I always find it weird when I'm playing them, and I'm like, why are all my troops bleeding? Because it's something you don't generally see in Dominion's combat. They did nerf it a bit, but many months ago it's still decent. Nice. The Houndmaster thinks he can run from our Primal Croc. Little did he know. There is no escape. What do we got left? Don't hit our own troops, don't hit our own troops. Okay, well. You also could try to hit. Move that one up. Move him up. Yeah, not bad. I like these blowgunners. I really feel like, even with the slightly lower range than normal, having that disengaging shot gives them a lot more flexibility. Didn't really get to use it on this map too much, but in general, I do like that. Alright, one guy left. Oh, really? You're just gonna die tired, friend. So we just squink him here. By the way, I noticed you already passed 700 and nearly reached 750. Congrats. Thank you very much. It kind of comes in waves. YouTube's been having some back-end problems. On Monday's video, I did all the chapters before I posted the video. And when I got home from work to check comments, there were no chapters. So, like, it totally reverted what I did. And I guess people were posting on, like, the creator forums that, like, they had entire videos disappear that they uploaded. So, yeah, it's been really weird. I don't know if my stats are even right for the last couple days. But, yeah, still moving forward. I'm very happy with that. My kind of, like, goal for myself right now is... My idealistic goal would be 100 a week, but I think that's probably too high, especially if I stick to just doing the Dominions. We're down to about 50 subs a week, give or take, which is fine. Totally fine. People are enjoying the content, and I'm getting better. 1% better. You notice tonight, I'm actually seeing chat. I remembered to move my monitor, so you guys are right where I see you. So, it's good. I would like to branch out a little, though, so... my plan is to keep the current Dominion schedule and try to add in, like, one new thing. I'm being optimistic here, but maybe every other week. Whether it's a stream or... I've got a couple video ideas. The makers of Gladius Warhammer 40k game are coming out with a new game that... It looks decent, and there's some people in that community that are kind of being hard on the game, and I kind of like to make a video about that, talking about iterative game design. And I think this ties in really closely with Dominions. Like, being unique for the sake of being unique doesn't actually add any value. And the reason you get good games like Dominion 6 or Baldur's Gate 3... Larian Studios been making the same game for the past 15 years. The newest one just happens to be called Baldur's Gate, if you followed that studio at all. And they admit it, like, hey, we make RPGs. This is what we learned from this first one, so we did this new thing, and then we learned this, so we did this new thing. So, I don't know. I guess Pal World also has kind of been getting that, like, oh, you didn't do anything new. Well, no, Pal World didn't really do anything new, but they did a bunch of things that are fun. And I don't know about you guys, but I like games that are fun. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I don't play games that aren't fun. When I was young and League of Legends came out, I always used to tell people, I love League of Legends, I just wish I could play it without other people. Because it was pure misery. Even when I played with my friends, we all hated it, and yet we played it every night. It was the weirdest Stockholm Syndrome thing. Greetings, Watcher Sobek. May your wisdom guide you in the path of this realm. You don't look very crocodilian. Underground disciples. Do crocodiles care about caves? Cave crocodiles, maybe? Protective sage. She's not gonna particularly like us over the course of this game. You know what? Sure. We are a wealthy people. Have a small gift. And I think that's all you get. Don't declare war on me, please. Alright, down to just the scout enchants. I think we'll grab that one. We should... I think we're getting really close to our next tome. The next spell, or maybe the one after that. I'm actually going to go with one of those order tomes that gives us the 0 action heal. that looked like a good combo to me, because our heal has such a long cooldown, / we kind of want to use it to get the Fury rolling and not save it. All right, we are healed up enough, I think. Let's do the quest battle. They're just tier 1 piggies, right? Yeah. Not exactly the most huggable diplomat. I don't know, she's kind of hot, right? I like games that impact me. Fun is good, however, but not necessarily. That's very true. That is very true. There are games out there that I would not describe as fun, but they are more of an experience. The game that just popped into my mind when you said that was Journey. I've never actually played that, but I've watched a few videos about it. Or I guess for me, I often have fun even when the game is also impactful. I'm thinking something like the story from Final Fantasy XIV. One of my absolute favorite stories, especially Shadowbringers. Top tier, top tier. The themes in that are like the themes I enjoy in storytelling, so top shelf for me there. Or like one of my childhood memory games is Chrono Trigger, and that had a really deep impact on me. But again, I had fun playing it too, but I see what you're saying. Like, you can have an emotional impact that isn't necessarily fun. I think a lot of people... oh shoot, I just lost the name. The game that the song Megalovania is from. Undertale. Undertale, I think, is like that for some people. I'm sure they enjoy playing it, but I think it's more of the emotional experience that they enjoy more. That's, there's another one. So many people that don't play games have very strong opinions about what games should be. And I always kind of laugh about it, because it's kind of the same of like saying there should only be one kind of movie or one kind of art. Because you cannot get as varied of an art form as games in almost any other medium. I mean, we have walking simulators, strategy games, role-playing games, management games, sports games, visual novels. I mean, you name it, there's a game that does it. And I think games can mean so much to so many different people beyond just, I get on and have some fun, which is, again, totally viable. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's cool, man. But I think for some people, like, it's a way to process emotions, or maybe even just have the empathy of those emotions that you don't normally have in your everyday life. Like, I've been relatively lucky, and I haven't experienced overly much personal loss in my life. But I can empathize strongly with stories like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy XIV and the themes of losing people that are close to you. And while I wouldn't say it's fun to feel those emotions, it's an intense and interesting experience. It's another one that bugs me when people talk about, oh, video games make people violent. I would 100% disagree. I think video games are one of the strongest ways of building empathy. Tabletop gaming, too. Because most people are not psychopaths. And you can empathize with other people without being that person. And by playing games and thinking, oh, that's weird, I wonder why that character acted like that. Or you're playing D&D or whatever your game of choice is, tabletop. It's like, what would it be like to be this person? And even if you're not good at it and you just play, I'm a dwarf that hits things, I think it still gives you different points of view than you would otherwise have in your life. And I think the more points of view and different perspectives that you have, the better. Like, I don't think there's a downside to having more perspective on things. I don't know. I'm quite passionate about video games as a hobby. And so, I don't know. It's frustrating when you have people that have, like I said, strong opinions, even though they're not part of it. It's like if I had really strong opinions about a sport that I don't watch. oh, those football players, grr, they make too much money or whatever. Like, I don't care. I don't follow sports, and if the people that follow sports are happy, what's it affect me? I guess some of that's just like hobby elitism, and gaming is still considered like a kid's thing, even though it's like the #1 highest grossing industry. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's past the movie industry for its net worth, even with the terrible couple of years we've been having. So, I don't know. There's a lot to be said there, and maybe by smarter people than I. Oh, ow, ow. Here I am pontificating about the virtues of gaming. Meanwhile, my poor art just get headbutted by a flaming boar. Ooh, and they do not have full stacks either. Luckily, we do have our heals. Alright, can we... Okay, yeah, we can safely kill this unit. Now, will we jump over our other unit? We will! Ooh! I was kind of expecting them to not move because they would hit my own unit. That is interesting. It's very rare in this game that you can move past your own units. Huh. I'm gonna have to think about that. Alright, can we kill this guy without having to take any attacks? Yes, we can. Let me catch up on chat here. I was kind of pontificating there. That was a great point, by the way, Scythel. That was a great point. Pal World and Helldivers 2 didn't really do anything new, but they were... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. I played a little bit of Pal World, and I haven't played Helldivers 2. I played the bejeebus out of Helldivers 1. And ironically, when I shared that with my friend group of people who I play games with, a lot of them were like, oh, I don't know. That looks pretty different on Helldivers 2. But now everyone's like, hey, we should all get Helldivers 2. Random dragon walks up to you and gives you a bribe to get off his lawn. Well, yeah, I mean, I have to splash that cash, you know. You gotta let them know that you got it. All right, we could take the food, which we don't really need. We could take the money, which we don't really need. We could get an animist. That's what we just recruited. We really don't need that. We could get 60 Imperium. We'll take the Imperium. Didn't unlock anything good with that. Road building could be good. We probably should have started a second city by now. I'm definitely behind on that if I was playing this seriously. Your units heal an extra 15 points. You know what? I'm going to grab that because we've had to sit around and heal quite a bit. And I don't like that. That's such a waste. In fact, do I want to take this fight? I'm kind of worried they're going to kill my archer. Yeah, we'll just be careful. Journey is good. I need to run off. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Scythel. Game should be Pong. Anything else is degenerate. I've actually, when I was a kid, saw one of the old arcade Pongs. It was in the place where I used to get my hair cut when I was a really little kid. They had that, and then I don't know what happened to it, but then one time it was replaced with Pac-Man, which I liked more. Back when you needed a quarter to play the game. The original microtransaction. Right, let's immediately heal this guy before I forget and get distracted by chat. Then I'll feel really dumb. I know that bird's gonna come over here and just goink this unit. Let's try to be smart about this and not let that happen. Spoilers, I'll probably end up letting it happen. Alright, we'll get in here with the breath weapon. I kind of miss... Usually I play with like a frost dragon, and he gets slow or freeze on his breath. I went with the poison on this one because I think it'll match with our stinkiness, lowering their resists. We'll see if it works out in the end, I guess. A little bit closer. Nice. And you guys just defend. You guys just defend. If going on a rampage in DTA is someone's trigger event to go full psychopath, they were probably going to go full psychopath. Yeah, yeah. And it's such a charged subject that it's hard to get good information because there's a lot of quote-unquote studies that when you look at their actual methodology, it's not a legitimate study. Or you look at their funding and there's interest groups behind it, and you know that's anything these days. But conversely, you'll have studies that'll come out that say no, actually, like for a lot of people, I mean myself included, like how many of you guys have a bad day at work and you come home and boot up some game and you just have a few minutes of aggression and you enjoy it and get it out of your system? Like that's a natural, normal thing. And for a lot of people, we're all holed up in offices nowadays, you know? You're not outside working and getting that, like, physical bit that would help regulate our moods. So I feel like a lot of people, that's like their stress relief. And it could be anything. I mean, some people play RPGs to get their social, you know, in. You know, you've moved off for college or something, or moved to a new town, and you don't know people. So, you know, you play an MMO or something and you make some friends online. I think there's so many benefits that I feel like people dismissing things out of hand is just such a disservice. Video games don't make someone violent, but bad internet does. Well, there's definitely some bad things online, I'll give you that. Alright, come on for the hit. Nice. Alright, we did it without our archers dying. Now, I wanted to go clear this graveyard right away, but I think we are going to have to go heal, because out here, this is going to take an age. Alright, you can go on auto. You, I thought, were on auto. Oh, there's city ruins here. This actually wouldn't be a terrible place to build a city. That would be right next to here, and we could get that in our city. I think on the map there's other mire crocodile dens that spawn in. So ideally I would want to have new cities near those, because then it would terraform my city for me. We haven't seen one yet, though. Maybe I do. Maybe I do actually found there with my main army. Then we could sit there and heal for a turn or two. Yeah, maybe I will do that. It also has a rare resource next to it. Oh no, halflings! And he looks angry! Ham greets you cautiously. You should. I love Ham. Wholesome halflings. Okay. He likes nature. He likes order. Hey, I like nature. We should get along. Here's 50 gold, kid. Wonder if we just met a unit of his? I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, either way. We're leveled up. Let's see what we can get. We should probably upgrade our breath. A lot of people swear by the comet because it's ranged, but I don't like that it takes all 3 attacks so you can't move. And doubly so because we have that stench. We kind of want them to be next to people so that they have the debuff. We could go with the bigger cone. Getting 2 stacks of Rising Fury. Oh, nice. Quicken Breath. Where's the cooldown? Gorging would be nice because it would give us some heal. Let's take the cone attack. Again, we're just playing for fun. Whatever. Alright, new people want to join. Let's see. You were here before, you were here before, you were here before. Okay, none of you guys are new. Like, you were like the most interesting. I guess this would be fine. Alright, you're in. Don't make me regret this. Alright, so for a new army, we are definitely going to need some animists. I think you're just going to have to chill for a minute here. I don't want to rush things, so... Should have probably got that one earlier, rather than trying to hold out for something better. I don't remember how long it takes for those to rotate. Giddens. I don't think I've ever seen any of his stuff, but yeah, I agree with the general concept there. I feel like the world as a whole has become overly risk adverse. Not that I'm a person who takes many risks, but yeah, I think it's almost to like an unhealthy degree. Like, life is going to have risks in it. I drive to work every morning. You know, that's a risk. And that's just how the world works, and you're never going to change that. It's impossible to change. Alright, I still feel like our research is super slow, so I'm going to grab another research post. We haven't built any buildings in our capital to help with that either, so that's definitely not helping. Right, you just chill here for a couple turns. Cool. What do you do? Researching spells costs 10% less knowledge. Very nice. We could definitely use that. Alright, let's roll that turn. Is there like a miasma? It might be. I don't have any mists or anything running, but it's kind of got this weird swampy fog effect, I think. Hopefully, let me actually, now that you said something, let me go look and see what the stream looks like. I have my chat on top of it normally. Looks okay. Is it coming through pretty clear for you guys? On my preview screen, it looks a tad choppy, but that might just be the YouTube backend having issues. Why would you guys attack my scout? That's rude. You guys would totally decimate that. Run, Croc, run! Yeah, that was the Atlantis stream, where the other water nation started in the pond, and they actually got out of it. So, that was something. I can't believe he would do that. Derelict workshop. Alright. Now, if I remember right, yep, rebuild city. Maybe this is one of our ancient ruins from our ancient empire that collapsed. Alright, we produced that. Alright, we've been talking about needing more research, so maybe we go that direction. We're relatively stable, people are happy. Our mana is looking fine for the moment. Yeah, let's get some extra research. I guess, or we could get the wizard tower. I think that gives research later on. We'll queue that up next. We'll do library and then the wizard tower. We're looking at time. Yeah, we're okay. Alright, now over here... I think we're going to have to heal for a couple turns. With that many flying units, something's going to kill this archer. Hopefully we will finish our spell... Yeah, next turn. And hopefully we can open another book. The next book, I believe, has an army heal that we could use, and that would really speed up our expansion. Why, hello. You look rather cool. Erelazar the Vainglorious. He's uneasy. He's an erudite sage. Welcome, fellow dragon friend. Looks pretty cool. They did a nice job on the dragon customization. I like that you can make dragons that actually look pretty dang different to each other. Hey, well, nice seeing you. Done and done. Okay, people are saying it's fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it has something to do with that back-end problem they're having. Normally, now admittedly, Dominions doesn't have a lot of graphics going on, but on my preview screen, it's smooth as butter. But tonight, it does look a little choppy. I did tell YouTube that it can go at 60 FPS. Maybe that's chugging away at it. I don't know. Alright, craving a hunt. Well, as you do. We could hunt cattle, which would slow our growth by 2 turns. That's fine. We could eat our own people. No, we're not a nice dragon, but we're like the leader of our people, right? Like, we want to do right by our people. And if other people are in the way of that, we would deal with that. But no, we're not like a tyrant. We could suppress the urge. We'd gain low morale. No, we can hunt cattle. Why else would we have cattle if not to hunt them? All right, got our crow companion. Okay, finally a new tome. I do feel if I was going to play these guys again, I would have built a research building earlier. Or maybe even started with this other tome instead. This one. Yeah, Army Heal. Units in Army Heal 25. I think this might have been a better start. We really don't need that extra blight damage. Like, it's nice. But I think I would start with this one. Because not only would we have the Army Heal, but we'd also get Staves of Mending. So our support units would have a 0 action heal that they could pop out. And then as my second book, I would get the other one. Yeah, we're going to grab Tome of Faith.
When faith fuels the embers of one's spirit, it is like a soothing balm upon soul and sinew.
Ooh, yeah.
It binds wounds. It strengthens.
Hard choice right off the bat there. Both the spells I really want. Oh, we also... Oh yeah, we can't make him governor until this is actually done forming. Alright, we got 4 turns till that spell comes in. Unfortunately, we'll be done healing by then. Maybe we chance it. That's enough that with our temp HP, we can probably handle that. I really don't like this thing just sitting next to my capital. Defending units have Hasten, Swift, and Slippery. Okay, well... Let's do it anyways. What's the worst that can happen? That's a lot of crows. The crows around where I live must be enjoying spring because, man, they have been making a ruckus lately. I haven't heard them in months. And then just this last week, they have just been everywhere where I work, making just their cackles. Not bad. Alright. Now, we just need you not to be able to reach the archers. Okay, archers are good. You heal archer. I feel like it doesn't really matter where we go because they can reach us, so I think we're just going to kind of box up and just react to wherever this guy goes. Because they have Slippery, so they can get away from my dragon, unfortunately. Alright, hopefully they can't munch the archers. Turns out we were playing Late Age Satis all along. Little did you guys know. CB, thanks for coming in, man. So I'm going Righteous Wrath and Enchanted Blood. Yeah, I think that would be fine. Righteous Wrath may be hard to actually get off because, ironically, their Sacreds are pretty sturdy, but worth a try. Worth a try. And if you do lose one, the stat boost will make your survivors just go bananas. Alright, so you've already used your heal, so you can attack. You still have your heal, so you can heal him again. Alright, and then we will walk up and then do our disengaging shot. Not bad. We got the disease off. Good. Man, that's hardly done any damage there, though. Alright, back here. Tail swipe? Yes. And boom. Alright, we just need to hold out. We wiped out most of them with that. Oof. Ow, leech. Okay, he does not have 5. But I feel like the 15 hit points is needed, because I don't think he's going to survive with just 10. He may not survive with 15 either, frankly. Should you pick a different fire blast? You could just go with some attack. They have 2 weapons, and their weapons hurt a lot. So just having some extra attack would help those flails hit. I haven't tested Righteous Wrath enough to really say. In my mind, I tend to like Righteous Wrath when you have 2 different Sacreds. A good one and a one that's going to die. But, I don't know, give it a try and see if it works. I think those Sacreds are strong enough that you're not going to sink yourself by picking a suboptimal bless for them. I think as long as they have something to help their defense a little bit, you'll be happy with them. Dragon versus Crow. Dragon wins. Man. I guess we'll try the shock troop out. There was no saving that guy. With these guys having slippery, I just could not keep this guy pinned. Ironically enough, we did manage to keep the range unit alive. Such is life. What should you name your Abyssian Pretender? Blood and Fire. Hot-Blooded Tom. There you go. Easy. Don't even think about it. Friendship was declared. Oh, that's nice of him. We're friends with Ham. I have a feeling that in the end that doesn't work out well for Ham when you make friends with a dragon. We'll pick up road building, I suppose. Two turns till that city's done. We built our library. We're building our wizard tower. Spells ready. Oh, yes. Gotta get those rolling. Alright, got our wizard tower up. What else? Our mana is still looking pretty good. Storehouse for some extra food wouldn't be bad. You know, we're having to do a lot of recruitment. Let's actually get some draft, like some real draft here. Since we're trying to build up a second army, and now we need to have a replacement troop. Yeah. What do you think the strongest tome in the game? I couldn't say. I know morale plays were kind of the hot thing last time I was playing, so trying to buff your morale and lower enemy morale was quite the in vogue. I dislike the late game in Age of Wonders when it kind of devolves into doom stacks of like just whatever your powerful tier 3 unit is. So I tend to either finish before I really hit that point or just start another game and build another new. It's kind of like building pretenders and dominions. I find that very fun. So starting out, doing expansion, building up some towns, that's the part I find the most enjoyable. All right, Flame Burrow, welcome. We are going to go ahead and attract population right away. And I think we're actually going to take a forester, because otherwise we're not going to be able to take a different area. And with a forester, we've boosted storehouse or wood carving. We'll do the wood carving. We can't really afford to rush buildings, so get our production up. That also means that we can do recruitment back here, which could help our first army. Yeah, get a protector, and actually we can make her the governor. Why is there a scout in my army? I know I didn't tell you to do that. Get out there and get back to work. Yeah, that is a scout. What are you doing? That was pretty cheeky. What, you thought I wasn't going to catch that you were just sitting at home? Alright, you run over here to protect this city, then... I better chill here until she gets closer. I don't want somebody to walk over here and conquer it. Yep. We also got haste berries. I haven't played with the crafting system much, but if I remember right, you needed these to be able to open up certain crafts. Produced an animist. Good. Can I afford Primal Charger? No. Alright, so after the blacksmith, we're going to need to get some money buildings too. Definitely could have optimized this build order a lot better. Did not do a good job on that. Liar, pants on fire. Better than Tom. I think Hot-Blooded Tom was a fine name. You could name him Rex if you want to be after our stream. He is a fire guy, I assume. The traitor Rex. Feel dirty just saying it. Literally added like an hour to that stream. All he had to do was not cast Falling Flames. That's it. Just not cast Falling Flames. And it was too much for him. Alright, let's enchant them with some crows. Boy, our scouts look badass. Look at that. That looks really cool. I just imagine them like swimming in the water, and it's just like two crocodile heads are just sticking out of the water, just one on top of the other. Instead of a ghillie suit, it's duckweed. Alright, poison arrows too. Your units and cities gain 2 vision range and 2 sensing range. Yeah, sure. We'll take that. Everyone bullying Tom. He's gonna have a training arc, and you're gonna be so sorry. Whew, relations minus 520? What did I do to piss him off? Holy moly. Alright, well, we are not gonna be friends, so... Yeah, goodbye. That is literally the definition of, like, somebody telling you, I don't like your face. Like, the first time you meet them. Ride for vengeance. I was a lonely child, she explains, and you realize you're in for a long story. The only friend I had was my pet dire bear mount, Bandelion. I love that beast. Her expression darkens. But then, the dread spider hatchling came and attacked our village. Everyone fled except for me and Dandelion. He died protecting me. On that day, I swore I'd get revenge for my dread spider hatchling and its kin. And now I've tracked it down, the killer of my best friend. I mean, you're a monster if you don't help her. That's all I have to say. You will get your revenge. And he's conveniently right where our main army's heading. Perfect. Alright, can we queue up? Yes, we can. City structures cost minus 20 gold. Yes, please. Starting to have money problems. Ooh, and we have an invading force heading our way. Brigand. That's a little annoying. Let's see which way he goes. Hopefully he heads towards our capital. Did not get to see where he ended up. Alright, well, I think they would be able to hold that off. I hope. Alright, finished our wood carver. Let's actually throw up some palisade walls. They're super cheap, and just in case we get attacked over there. And we can grab a darter. Army heal is ready to cast. Do we still need it? No, we are good at the moment. Yeah, I definitely think I should have taken that conviction tome first. That army heal would have saved us so many turns where we had to move in a certain way or we had to sit in our own territory. Oh, there's that jerk. What do you actually have? I do think I want to intercept that before he causes problems. Alright, blacksmith is done. I said we needed money. We will build some vendors. Babel, do you have a favorite school of magic in 6? Favorite school? I wouldn't say school per se, but I like AoE buffs are my jam. And I guess if I had to pick a favorite thing, it's actually national spells. Not really a school, but I always find them so flavorful. I almost always build pretenders that in theory could cast all my national spells, even if they're not good. I don't know, it feels wrong to play a nation and not take their national spells. For better or worse, I guess. Like, Arca Cephali has a lot of them, that are okay. We'll just say that. Like, the Spartae are pretty decent, but the rest of their stuff's pretty meh. But even then, I'm like, oh, but what if I did summon a Care? It'd be really good. Even though it's highly unlikely that I would ever do it. Alright, we're not going to have a lot of faithful units in our army, so that's not going to be particularly helpful. We would not use a chaplain. We would always get our own supporter, I think, because we can buff our Fury. So we could get Vine Prison. I feel like that's okay. We'll take Vine Prison. Alright, we built the vendors. What's our next money building? A market. Sure. And we built some palisade walls. Let's also grab... We need a farm to be able to boost that. We could totally do that. We need a farm over here anyways. Build a vendor here too. I find that once you get a second army / city, you really start to need some more income. We were kind of floating off of quest rewards before, but now that I've got multiple things trying to build at once, I'm really feeling that crunch. Alright, we're kind of winding down towards the time here. I think we're going to kill this bandit. We're going to go get revenge for Dandelion, and then we will call it an evening here. We'll see if people have interest in this. If you're interested in non-Dominions streams possibly being added, maybe leave a comment once this turns into a video rather than being live, and I'll gauge whether people are interested or not based on that. I think one way or the other, though, I do want to start introducing just some other things, mostly strategy games, but just to kind of have a little bit wider library out there. I don't want to end up with just Dominions, and then when either I run out of things to say or people get bored of watching it, not having... Wait, that's just chugging there. Not having any other content to kind of move on to. I guess I'll litmus test this with you guys. Have any of you guys ever looked at or had interested in other city builders like Workers and Resources? It's another game that's nearing its 1.0 release, and I've played some, I wouldn't say a ton, some of Workers and Resources. And I was kind of thinking about doing some streams of that. I don't think that's a game that you could do with a Let's Play. I think B-Ball Joe is about the only creator that can do that, because it is a long game. You play that game very slow, and I don't think people would have patience in videos to watch that. But it might be a good hangout game with chat. All right, bandits. You started this. I wasn't even going to come over there and kill you. I noticed you played without picking the naked lady. You know, was it you that made that comment? Because somebody else commented that. They're like, you're the only person that's ever played without the naked lady. I did use that chassis in 5. It's a cool chassis because it has decent paths, and if you don't need her to be an awake expander, she actually can fight pretty well later on once you have some alteration to give her some buffs. So I think it's a cool chassis, but it is quite done. People do really like that chassis. I don't know what their reasoning is. If it's my appreciation of her combat abilities or other things. All right, so how long does this roar last? Is this like a one-turn thing? I guess it is. I suppose we'll just chill on that. I've literally been looking at this game the last few weeks, debating if I should buy it. It's a good game. I mean, that's my generic statement. If you've looked for that long and you're hemming and hawing, the base game's probably on sale. I didn't look, but it probably is. You definitely don't need the DLCs, so you could totally start with just the base game and see if you like it or not. I will say that I feel like all 3 DLCs were fine. Like, I don't think there's any stinkers. They just add more options. And it's nice that they add more things for the AI to do, so you just have more opponents. Oh yeah, we improved our breath. Very nice. I did not mean to do this, but that worked out perfectly. Can't believe that we've got birdmen attacking us. Like, what, they think we're like prey or something? Ridiculous. Look at these guys. That actually looks pretty cool. I won't lie. I generally don't like the bird ones, but these guys are not bad. Maybe I'll need to do feudal birds. That's what these troop types are, is feudal troops. Huh. Interesting. Alright. However, all that being said, you still are not forgiven for attacking us, so. Flap, flap. Are you gonna be able to kill this? No, because you're breathed. Okay. I'd like to get this to where my melee could kill it, but maybe that's not gonna happen. Let's do these guys. They do bonus damage against my dragon, so we'll get them lower. Oh yeah, and Sobek. You know, it'd be a shame if a giant crocodile ate your archers. Whoa! Where did that come from? Whoever made this model, by the way, look at that chonker. Look at that. Have any of you guys ever had like a wiener dog that's gotten overweight? This is like the alligator equivalent of that. Like, he hears you come home and he just comes a waddling at full speed to the door. Do you think he's gonna jump up and like greet you, but really he just wants to take a bite out of your thigh? You know, Manor Lords, there seems to be a ton of hype for that game, and that's one of those games that I've decided not to look at until it comes out. Like, I've looked at, like, nothing. I hope it's amazing. I don't want to build expectations for it, though. We'll punch those guys. Oh, you thought you were on my archers? Joke's on you. I really like that ability. That's very sweet. And we'll throw a heal on the dragon, not for the heal, but just for his fury. Alright, so we would do 57 damage if we were running our fury. That's good to know how much damage we could pump out on him. Alright, and we will actually prep one of those army heals now. Alright, let's work our way over. We will get revenge for Dandelion, and then we will call it a night here. So just a couple more turns. Ghost Bird. Alright, she is a free city. Your so-called benevolence makes you weak. I will prove to the people of Ermbor and everyone in this realm there's no such thing as right and wrong, only strength and weakness. Alright, well, let's dragon intimidate her. That's what I thought. Strength is called being a dragon, little bird. You did not evolve from raptors. Get out of here. What's your idea of tipping your toe in the RTS genre? I mean, I used to play RTSs, but it's kind of been a dead genre for quite a long time. You have a game in mind? Total Annihilation was one of my pivotal games when I was young. I played thousands of hours of Total Annihilation. Well, could gain a Scald. Scalds are pretty decent units. I'm not really... Whatever, we're kind of heading towards the end here. I don't need to think about that too hard. Alright, got our vendor. I think we will attract a population here because I am still feeling like our research is garbo. Build another research. We will... Oh, what? Who's our target-friendly army? Is that not a friendly army? Am I not friendly? I have no idea why that one's not working. Okay. I'll have to figure that out another time. Right. We do not need another hero. We're kind of winding down here. You were insulted. Yeah, well. I don't like you much either, buddy. Dawn of War. Yeah, I quite enjoyed the original. We were really hyped for when the third one was coming out, and it was so bad. There's an example of trying to jump on trends and why trend jumping is not worthwhile. I don't care about this fight. Like, that should never have tried to be a MOBA-esque thing. And they killed the franchise with it too, which is a shame. That was a good RTS. All right, stabs of ending. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I guess StarCraft 2 came out. That's relatively recent, but when Cave Dog died, man, I really liked that studio. It was one of the first games I ever had. That would have been Total Annihilation, was their game. It's one of the first games I ever had where you could download official patches that had new units. And that, like, blew my mind when I was a kid. You got that Necromancer unit that they came out with. No, they had Total Annihilation. They had like a full expansion and then like a small expansion, and then they did, was it Total Annihilation Iron Thrones? It was like a fantasy version. It was kind of interesting. It had 4 different factions that were totally different than each other, which for its time was pretty unique. Can we not reach? Come on, Sobek. Can you reach him? We have to avenge Dandelion. That was a very passionate speech about her pet spider. Alright, we know from last time they're going to end up jumping into us, and there's almost nothing we can do about that. So we will move up here and try to just bait them in. And everyone in the back will just try to hole up in such a manner that they can't get too many things on the squishies. Relic, if Relic's around, they got bought out after a bankruptcy. I don't know how they live, how they're living on at the moment, because they did Company of Heroes. They had a really tragic, like, one of their main driving guys, I don't remember if he was the owner or CEO or what, he died in a car crash. And he must have really been the heart and soul of that company, because it was never the same after he passed away. I was really disappointed by Company of Heroes 2. They had all those microtransaction army cards and garbage. I just wanted to buy the game and play it. I was so frustrated with that. They also, Company of Heroes, their last like patch they did, like completely destroyed the balance. And I don't know if they ever fixed it, because it was garbage when we quit playing it. If we can kill off this front spider, I feel like we could get in there with our shock troop. Oh yeah, look at that. That's not bad. Cleaving charge. Attacks units in a 1-hex cone. Ooh. Okay. So we run here. That is not bad. And that's without their Primal Fury. I like shock units in this game. I tend to find that they have some decent utility. And we will get chonky. And these guys are so wounded. Let's just put some damage on these guys. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, Homeworld has a release coming up. Didn't they just put out their new demo? My machine currently probably could not play that. And if it can, it definitely can't play it and stream it. So it would have to be after I build my new machine here in the next couple months. I'm very blessed that people are liking Dominions, because Dominions runs just absolutely fine on my machine. I was really kind of worried that this was going to struggle. This is kind of sort of at the borderline. I'm running a 1080 Ti, which is... Old Grandpa's put in the work, but his age is starting to show. I really like these dragon rulers. I think there's just so much utility in being able to fly, just right from the get-go with a heavy unit. Oh. Can I get enough into you that your Fury pops? Yes, I can. How much damage would you deal? 34. That's without a charge or anything. That is not bad for a shock unit in melee. Alright, Dandelion has been avenged. Victory! There we go. We're going to call that victory for the stream there. Oh, we can train new recruits. You will gain the hero item Dread Spider. It's not Crocodile, though. We'll take the draft. Sure. Alright, so it was really fun hanging out with people tonight and just getting to chat. We'll see, like I said, if there seems to be some interest, I wouldn't mind doing either some more, maybe a little more structured Age of Wonders content. Just some casual type streams. I don't think I have... Just doing my Dominions video and streams taking up most of my free time. And if not, then that's fine too. Can always see what else I want to stream. Oh, Ryan, I am so sorry, man. I'm just having to call it a night. If you go back, the stream will still be on the channel. It'll just turn into a video if you want to check it out. Thanks for coming in and checking it out, though. All right, Owen, have a good night. Bruh, good night. Great seeing you guys. maybe if I get really gumptious, I may just have another random stream in the week. But most likely, I probably won't be back on until our Friday stream. So we should be back normal time, Friday at 6 o'clock PST, normal stream time. I hope to see everybody there. If you haven't checked out the Baratos video, check it out. It was pretty good. At least I think so. And look forward to some blood hunting on Friday. And not an 8-hour stream. It's definitely not going to be a long one because we're going to do really, really well and nothing's going to go wrong. So don't even think about it having those problems. All right. I'm going to close it there, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. I always appreciate it. I'm so happy to see familiar faces. So happy to see new faces. Have a good one. Stay safe. Build something cool. He says his screen moves the button so he can't in stream. All right, for realsies this time. Goodbye, guys.